It doesn't matter what you have, PG&E will still assist in some way.
Facts. So just informing them that people can still assist.
I was gonna say, sometimes when they're like, I noticed they'll say I have a lower rate and then they really don't. Like I had one customer and they're like, we're good, we have a low rate. And then I was like, if you have a lower rate, then I'll just mark you off real quick. She went and grabbed the bill and she was paying like $250. I was like, this is not no lower rate. She was like, well, I was paying like $350. I was like, so this is a lower rate. So what I'm gonna do is give you a fixed rate of $1.49. And she was like, wait, is it gonna switch like my pipelines? I told her, I don't know if it was trying to talk. I mean, honestly, I just told her, I was like, it's still gonna be a PG&E. You're still gonna have that delivery charge. All I'm doing is making sure you're just getting a lower rate for the next 12 months.
Facts.
Oh, when they say we don't want to switch from PG&E, we don't want to switch from PG&E.
What about we're good?
We're good. Oh,
Bro,
I'm good too. I want some feedback for that.
I'm good too. I want some
I'll
steaks,
say,
some
I'll
gravy,
be like, oh, you don't want help for your gas? Like, you don't need no help for that bill in the wintertime? And they'll either be like, no, or they'll be like, well, yeah, I want help, but I don't really know what this is, or that. But, yeah, if they say we're good, and then I'll hit them with that, oh, you don't want help for your gas bill? And if they say no, I'm like, okay.
I hit them with the Jamar. I'd be like, "Are you good? I'm trying to keep great." And they'd be like, "No, man." I'm like, yes, Nate.
When they're like, I'm good, I'm like, I'm good too, and I smell good too. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna have you guys go real quick. I'm just gonna make sure you're getting that lower rate.
So humor, that's good. He's using the 4 keys and the 5 steps. Chris?
You already get this in the mail. I'm good. I'm good. The
Oh,
PG&E
for
will
the-
deliver to us in the mail.
Oh, I'll call you.
I'll call PG&E.
I'll call you.
I like that one actually.
Oh, I'll call for you.
So,
Wait, are you gonna call him
wait,
right now?
can I get one?
Yeah.
Give him a call.
So like, I really want to know what other people say. Like, especially Willie, I want to know what you say, because what I say when people say we're good, I'll just kind of centralize them. I'll say, hey, you know the rates they're gonna raise really soon. Do you guys want that price protection so your bill does not fluctuate upwards in the winter, or do you not? I can mark you guys off. And like, if they're really just not interested, they'll say you can mark me off, and I'll mark them off. But other times they'll say, oh well, I do want a lower rate. I'll say, okay, yo, that's why I came by. Let me see, and I'll get back into my clothes. But I want to know what do you say? What do you say when people just say we're good?
Like, sorry, I'm just here to do my job. We're CTA. Like, what is it that you're good with? Like, what's going on? Like, they'll either tell me, and if they do that, all they're doing is adding ammunition to my weaponry.
Yeah.
That's all they're doing. So, for example, the customer says, yeah, we already got a discount. At that point, I'm being the therapist. I'm figuring out what it is that happened and who came by last time.
Okay.
And just to let them know that this, whatever that is, I already know what it is because it wasn't us. That they're not like us, that type of energy, letting them know, hey, I understand that you got that lower rate where they said they were gonna promise you a discount, lower your rates, give you a fixed rate. Yeah. You just didn't know that they were gonna charge. Okay, so no worries. Don't worry. That's why it creates that panic with their emotions. And then I promise them to go get the bill so I can furthermore tell them what's going on and how I can help them.
Okay.
That type of thing. That's what I
Also,
do.
Wallace, I would say to take the question out, because when you're asking them, do you want this or not, that 9 times out of 10 is jumping up that percentage that they're just gonna say no.
No.
You might get a few yeses because of the aces and things, but I feel like if you just go in like more taking control and just say like, okay, this is what's gonna happen, like this is what's gonna happen, yeah, that could raise that percentage a little bit more.
Okay.
Taking out the question and just putting in the comment of what's gonna happen.
Okay, so-
that's taking control.
So kind of assume the sale as
Yeah.
they're okay.
A lot of times what I've learned that other companies do is pitch to them the lower rate, but not truly tell them the services that they're giving them.
Yeah.
That's what gives us power. And I'm grateful that those campaigns are like the way that they are. They would have a program like we do because there's a lot of open spaces for us. So I just use that one. Yeah, I'm pretty sure if they would have told you that they were charging you monthly, you probably wouldn't have did it, right? Yep, go and grab it. I'll be able to fix it for you. Like that type of thing.
Okay. That was good.
Not to put smut on another company's name. That's not what I'm doing, right? So I'm just letting them know, hey, you can get this without the service fees, without it. You know, I'm not saying, oh, no, SF fee, damn them. No, like, that's not the type of, like, energy I'm giving them.
Damn them.
At the end of the day, the customer doesn't like that type of energy anyways. If you're acting like that, they're gonna revert you to the same thing that they did.
Exactly,
They're gonna
yeah.
trust you. A person that's gonna be professional is gonna be like, you know what, it's okay. I understand. It was a discount. While it did help you out for 3 months, your bill went up after that, right? So basically, yeah.
Okay. Positive. Let's go. Thank you.
Jose and Nate?
So it's kind of similar to what Wallace is telling them about. You know the bills are gonna go, or the rates are gonna go up next year, right? But so what I like to do is like, so you're good with the rate you have now, right? So if you don't mind me asking, during December, January, February, March, how much does your bill fluctuate up to? because those are the coldest wintertime months. And if they tell me like a high ass number, I'm like, well, you do know that's a really high rate, right? And you know they're actually gonna go up to about $3.50 per therm next year, right? Basically all this is, it's $1.49 per day fixed rate for the unlimited gas usage. It's about $40-45 a month for the unlimited gas. You do want the lower rate, right? And then I pull that body language thing. I'm like, you do want that lower rate, right?
Yes,
Nodding
sir.
my head, making them kind of, well, yeah, I kind of do. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, perfect. Go ahead and grab your bill really quick. You should have that memo on page 2. If you do, I'll be able to help you out. My job takes 2 seconds.
Mind you guys, a gym is, every PG&E customer has been receiving emails for what PG&E is estimating that they're gonna pay next year, and a lot of those estimates are pretty high. So I would inform people, you should have been getting emails from PG&E letting you know about some estimates, letting you know how the prices will be going high, and that is a huge gym that's been helping me get these closes the last couple of, 2 weeks. So, let them know about those estimates coming in their emails. If they wanna look it up then, you can say, hey, I'll come back later, whatever. Or most of them have gotten it, because some people do actually read their emails and things like that. But that has been helping me, so add that to your guys' buckets. Nate and then TT.
Nah, it's just one rebuttal that when people are like, I'm just gonna call PG&E myself. I was like when they say that, I'm like, sometimes I used to get stuck in the beginning, but now I'm just like, oh, it's good, I got you, I'll call them for you. Or do you have their number? Like, which one? And I'll just usually I'll just pull it up and call them. And then when they're like, wait, why do we need to call them? They'll come back with another question. And they'll be like, why do I need to call them? Like, what is this for? And I'm like, so like I said, I'll start back in the beginning, bring my rebuttal back up and back. So basically, PG&E got deregulated. I don't tell them that, I know a few of you people kind of heard me say this. I don't tell them, we have to have this submitted because you get in trouble for that. But I say, I have to have this submitted to make sure that you're getting that lower rate. And immediately, when I see that in the field, when I'm doing that to them, a switch goes off in their head and they just immediately start grabbing the bill and just listen to whatever I say. And it's kind of something I just use in the
So
field.
taking control. That's good work. So what about okay, why'd you not so hard? With that one I just say, I'm so sorry about that. A lot of doors are very different. Some of the doors you gotta knock really hard, you can barely hear it, and you could go and explain it, or you could just apologize, simply apologize for it.
I'd be using that code. I'd be like, nah, my head's so numb, man. I don't even know how hard I'm knocking, dude. Let's go.
Alright, what about, I already did this, somebody came by.
I'd say, what did you do? What program did you sign up for? And it's like, oh, I don't remember. Was it the CARE program? And they'll either say yes or they'll say no. Or they say yes and it was something else too. And then I'll be like, okay, well, you're still on my list.
Right.
Well, you're still on my list as, you don't have a supplier right now. So you're not getting the fixed rate. So that's why I came by. They sent me by. So go ahead and grab your bill so I can see what's going on in the bill.
Positive. That's also what I do. When I go to the door, I'm talking as if it's a checklist. I have a checklist. So if they say, oh, I already did this, somebody already came by, you're like, oh yeah, you got your CARE, right? The income-based program. Oh, you got the climate credits. Okay, and you got your gift cards. Gift cards. And it's like, oh, you got your CARE, right? This income-based, yeah, they got this, yeah. Okay, well, I'm just here for the price protection. That's the last part of this package. Price protection. It's price protection. So then it's check, and then the price protection is that last check. So.
And when they agree and you're like, yeah, I got the CARE, I'll be like, oh, you got perfect. You have a higher possibility of qualifying.
When they say I have CARE, I say perfect. That makes my job so much easier.
Yeah.
So little tweaks like that, little things you can say.
You have to stroke the heck out of these people. Not like that, but like that. You have to really build their ego. Everything that they have that they think that they own, you know what I mean? They went up, but you're so smart.
Right.
Or they be like, oh, I get it online. Oh, I wish everybody did that. You're so smart. It makes my job way easier. I get it paper. Oh, dang, everything is
Like the old school.
Everything is started at home.
So
Oh,
call this.
Yeah, I was gonna tell you, I couldn't help you, but now I can help you.
Okay.
So this is actually not for I already did this part. This is for I'll call it PG&E or blah blah. So I had this customer, right? So I was one door, I closed it, right? And then her neighbor, I go straight there. It's this older Asian dude, and I'm pitching, I'm trying to close him. Nate was actually there. So I got to the enrollment, I finished all that part, and all that was left was the text message, the text verification. I had to send a message. He didn't want to do that. He wanted to call PG&E. He wanted me to leave. And I was like, oh, yeah, hold on, here, let's call PG&E real quick. Yeah, okay, yeah, we'll call. Wait, so you don't want to call PG&E? He's like, no, I want to do it by my. I'm like, but it's the same up here. I'll call him real quick. Here. And he's like, I mean, I just helped out your neighbor next door, and I was like, shoot, you want to talk to her real quick? And she's like, you help my neighbor? I'm like, yeah, come on, let's go. And it's kind of a risky game, but I was pissed off at that time. So I was like, you know what, dude, come on, let's go. You want to talk to your neighbor? Let's go talk to your neighbor right now then. So we knock on the neighbor's door. I'm like, hey man, ¿cómo estás? Yeah, I said, te acabo de ayudar, pero es que this guy really wants to, he doesn't believe me, he thinks I'm gonna scam him or something. Didn't I just help you? She's like, no, yeah, he's a good kid, man, he's blah, blah, blah. And he's like, oh, I'm so sorry, like, I didn't, that guy, I can't really trust people nowadays. But it's like, you really gotta like, geez,
That's Jones effect, he used the Jones effect.
You really gotta.
Effect.
Some people are willing to do that though.
Grab him by the
Think
shirt
about
collar,
it,
just-
Jose.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, bro? Like most people aren't willing to do that, but see, you see far beyond like that. One just like satisfy that one customer can open doors to the rest of the block. Like, you know, you don't know who knows who until you find out. That's what I'm saying. So just why you do going the extra mile, because the extra mile's never extra to the leader, of course, I know, but you're gonna be there soon. But that just shows you that, hey, you're willing to do that just to show everybody else. Like, that could have been that one customer that just like said, oh, no, don't do this. But instead, it's like, oh, you should do this. Yeah, we did it. Like, you know what I'm saying? You know, the trick, like you said.
And use the community, gain as much intel as we can, and use it. That's why the street sheets are street sheet. You know, if you close that person before, well, it was just the door before, so it's probably easy to remember. But let's say if it was 5 doors down, you know, it's good to write that in there that you closed that customer so you can know exactly which house to go back to. So street sheets are very vital. Nate?
I had this one guy, it was so like interesting because I never had this happen. And it was I knocked on his door, I was helping his neighbor. He comes like running to her side and he was oh, these guys like, you're wasting your time, you might as well just go back inside. And he was like, you guys do those pyramid scheme third party guys? And I was like, we're third party, I'm not gonna lie to you. Like I told Lily, I was just like, oh yeah, everybody's a third party. And she let me sign her up. I kept going to all the doors. I knocked a 4-piece on this spot. And the guy, he was just like behind me. David was with me that one day. And this guy just kept watching me and was like on his phone just like looking me up, trying to find me. He was like, what's your name? What's your badge number? And I was like, I told him everything. I was like, if you want a picture of my badge, you're more than welcome to. But you just saw me close everybody in front of you. Like I was helping him. And then after that, I think I came back a couple days after. So I let him cool down for a minute. I was able to help him as well. So it's like sometimes when people see like what you're doing and then you come back and give them a little space, it's like kind of helps out.
Also valuable with the street sheet, if he goes back to that area and he knows what doors to hit, what doors not to hit, and then they see him in the area multiple times, that's why they say this, the longer you stay in that spot, the sweeter it gets, it builds trust. Because maybe Cheryl might see me walking through the neighborhood and she might be like, who is that scammer lady? But then she sees me on Tuesday helping out these 4 people, and then I knock on her door on Wednesday, she's like, well, she's been here Monday, Tuesday, chances of her being a scammer. Scammers don't do that. Scammers are fly-by-night agents, you know, they hit it and never come back, you know, so.
That's true. No, that's so true because I've had it with people like when I'm working in the neighborhood and like I've had people run outside with their bills. Like, I've seen you before, like, oh, I've seen you around the block, like you can actually help me with my bills. I keep declining, but I've seen you guys so much, like they build that trust, like, okay, they're coming by and they just like hand me their bill and like, okay, what do I gotta do? And I tell them, like, okay, just go grab this, do this, and boom, and I just mark them off. It's heck easy.
Yeah. The goal is to stay in the area as long as possible, guys, until it's smooth and dry. Because as you know, might squeeze it once, get a 12-piece, squeeze it again, get an 8-piece, squeeze it again, get a bell, you know, so just keep squeezing it, because the LOA changes every single day, every single 4 hours, you know, the LOA is changing, so. Well, let's go.
That's why when I get closes, I like to highlight my closes, and like so I add little details to my closes too. So I'll put like how much their bill was, how it was fluctuating to. Like the highest, like on average, it'll get to like 200. So for the most part, I'll have like 200 plus, 200 plus. And I'll put in big parentheses, and I'll even put hearts too. Like if they're a really nice person, I'll put nice lady, and I'll put a big heart next to it in the comments. And I'll point at it when I go to like if I'm reliving. I'll say, hey, I came by yesterday, I helped out Cheryl, Gerald, and Farrell. And they'll look and like I'll point at the big highlighted ones, and there's 3 more under it. So they're gonna just see that and like, oh, you helped out 3 more people too. It looks like, and it's like your street sheet is a Jones effect itself. If you highlight the closes and just use pretty colors and just a lot of details.
Yeah.
People see that.
Also with people's bills, let's say somebody's bill is like $300. In the comment section, I'll put 300 with an arrow going down. So when I do talk to that hesitant customer, I can always show them like, yeah, this person had like $300 on their bill, this person, but they see that arrow going down, and psychologically, lets them know, oh, okay, she is out there doing good work. So that's another gym you guys could possibly use. TT, then Nate. Thought I forgot, huh?
I forgot. Oh, no, I think you were saying like working with same territory. It also was beneficial because they'll probably be like, oh, this person isn't a scammer, but is he coming back? And I remember the time when I worked the territory for almost 2 weeks, and these bills I sleep out of there. But not even just that, I never had to leave the territory because now people that I close and that know me, they're willing to live in the house with the bathroom. There's this one guy, and he was like bed bound, like he couldn't get out the bed, but his door's always unlocked. So I literally called him and I was like, hey, I gotta use the restroom. Can I? He's like, oh yeah, come on. And I just went and peed. But like they get to know you, you know, and like they trust you, and then you can use the restroom. They'll feed you. You want water or eat whatever. Like when you're in that same area for a while. So yeah,
Big facts. That's big facts. Huge facts. Super generous.
One thing I stopped using because I learned this the hard way last weekend is the Jones effect with, I helped out your neighbor because I did this. And I was like, oh, I just got done helping out your neighbor right here. And the lady was like, oh, really? Let's go talk to him. I was like, this. We walked over there. He answered the door. He's like, hi, Pauline. I'm like this on my phone. He's like, this guy, nice young man was just telling me you helped him. And he was like, oh, I don't think he did. And I was like, it was like, I think it was the next neighbor before I was trying to say, like, I've helped out your neighbors. And she was like, oh, I thought you meant like my neighbor right here. I'm like, no. But I don't think I talked to you, so I'll talk to him. He's like, now we're good. And I was like, I won't go out. Like, I ain't coming back to you. Somebody else work here.
I ain't coming back here. Alright, what about I have Vista already?
That's perfectly fine.
For the scammer one, when they say you're like, oh, you're a scammer, like at that point, I got completely confused. Like, a scammer.
What's a scammer?
This is the PG&E's core gas aggregation program. PG&E got deregulated. They put a bunch of programs in place to give you guys some help. That's the only reason I come by. Yeah, you gotta do like
confused, like.
Oh no. This is they've been giving you guys this message on page 2 and all the emails. You know, they let you know the rates are gonna go up. That's why we keep coming out and trying to help you guys out. And I'll use like my documents and I'll use like my sense of confusion. I'll scam. This is the core gas aggregation program. And I love saying this is the PG&E core gas aggregation program. That's the only time you can use PG&E. See, I don't say I want PG&E, but I say this is PG&E. PG&E put this together to give you guys some help. That's why we get sent out to make sure it goes into place. And when you explain it like that, people, you know, they'll be accepting willingly to it.
Scammer.
That's documentation over conversation. He uses documents that he has instead of just his words to show the customer what's on the actual website. I know, like I told you guys last week, I know Maya has like a save screen, like she hearted it or started to make it like save, where she could just pull it right up, like, oh yeah, that's us. You know, to show them that's on the website. I'm gonna text her. I need to find that page. TT and then Nate. Oh, Nate.
No, I was just saying real quick, I was like, well, sometimes, like, I like to use humor as one of the things, like, to break it. So when they're like, scammer, they're like, you're one of those scammers, I was like, hammer, I got a hammer, where's them scammers? And I'm back, where's the scammers? Let me hit them with the hammer. I'm like, nah, I'm just here for a quick stop. I'm just here to make sure you get my low rate, that's all. If I see a scammer, I'll definitely hit him with my hammer.
That's humor. Icebreakers. Notice everything that we use to hit these rebuttals off is on this 5-step board. That's why this board is here. It's a conversation we're having with the customer, and this all saves it up. That's our phone to help them understand. You know exactly what they're up to. I have Vista already.
I'm like, oh, how's it going for you? And they'll be like, oh, it's alright. It's not really up. When did you sign up? And they'll be like, oh, I signed up like 2 years ago. I'm like, oh, that's not. Because a lot of times they get confused with everybody else and they think everything's the same. So I'm like, oh, you said you got it 2 years ago. Yeah, you're supposed to renew it every 12 months to get the, I had a brain fart. Every 12 months to get the full effect of the program. So go ahead and grab your bill. Let me see what's going on, and let's see if you have this store or something else. And then they'll grab their bill. It'll be like S&P, Greenway, whatever. Like, oh yeah, no, this is not this. This is a whole different thing. I got you real quick. Blah, 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 blah. Close that.
Heck yeah. Jose and then Wallace.
That's interesting. I do have a similar one to that. Like they'll say I have Vista. I'm like, oh, perfect. Okay, that's perfectly fine. Roughly, how long ago did you sign up with Vista? And if they tell me more than a year, I'm like, perfect, yeah, so it's only a 12-month program. That's actually why I got sent out here, just to renew it, okay? Just go ahead and bring me your gas bill really quick. You should have that memo on page 2 still. My job literally takes to say, I'm just gonna renew it for you, so I have another year of protection.
Nice, nice.
Or,
Yeah, I ran into one guy who had Vista before, but the deal that he had, like it was from years ago, it wasn't as like juicy as what we got. It wasn't like the unlimited usage. I think it was just like regular calculated usages and stuff. So when I like told him like, oh, let me check it out, let me see, and then it turns out that his was super outdated, and it's like, he gotta let you drive, gotta do one. So whatever you do, just revert back to
so
getting
they
that
have
bill.
Vista from 1 to 2 years, you can sign up with it.
I signed it. It let me sign him up. I don't know if it went through, but it did let me sign him up.
I was gonna say, even if they be like, oh, sorry, boss. 2 seconds. Even if they be like, oh, I just did it like 2 months ago, and I'll be like, you're still on the list, so maybe something didn't go through.
Yeah.
Let me go ahead and grab it. Let me see if it reflected on your bill yet, and then most of the time not be Vista.
Mm-hmm.
But if it is, what do you want?
If it is, and I'll be like, I'm like, oh,
You're all
why
set
did-
here.
That's very rare. I think I barely one time ran into that.
I actually
But I'll probably be like, if it had Vista, and I'll be like, okay, you said 2 months ago? Oh, okay, let me just make sure everything is correct, you're getting the right rate. Oh, yeah, okay, everything's good.
Positive.
I mean, what else is it?
Yeah. So when people say they have Vista, I'm like, oh, you got the Vista. Okay, cool. You guys got your welcome letter. Perfect. Okay, you guys get the online. You get your bills like this on paper. Okay, cool. Grab one of your copies really quickly. You guys should have the price protection. That's
Hey
good.
guys.
I'm gonna mark you off really quickly. I'll say that. I'm gonna mark you off really quickly. Go ahead and grab one of your bills. They bring the bill, and if it is Vista, I'll just same thing I said before they got the bill. Perfect, you got Vista. I'm saying the same thing. Perfect, you got Vista. Let's go. So let's see. I'm like, you should have got one of these, right? Did you get this? You get your gift cards? Okay, cool. You guys should have one of these ones. And I'll just like, perfect. All right, I'll mark you off, and you're good. And I'll go to the next one. But for the most part, when they like she said, when they bring the bill, they don't have Vista. They have Green Wave or something else. So I'll let them know. I'm like, okay. For the most part, I won't even have to bring up that other company because if they brought me the bill, they're probably an ace, and I can just sign them up. But I like to educate people, so I'll say, okay, right here, you're receiving Green Wave right now, okay? So you are receiving price protection. This is gonna run out. Once this runs out, Vista is gonna give you guys another year of a fixed rate. So instead of 1 year, you got 2 years. And you're gonna wait for another handsome guy to come to your door. I already knocked it out of the park, right? And I'll just start enrolling them. That's what I'll do. If they have Vista, like if they say they have Vista, 9 times out of 10 they don't have Vista. So yeah, go. Okay, perfect. Yeah. Oh, great. Let's go. Go ahead and grab your bill. You guys, it should be right there. I'll go ahead and mark you off. And that's all we're doing.
Yeah, always revert back to that bill to, even if they say they have Vista, always revert to, go ahead and grab that. Let me double check that for you. Let me make sure you're updated. Let me make sure you got all the updated packages. Let me make sure. Just like, Tanisha, she is the, what was it, management.
Oh, yeah, I always say that I'm the field manager.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh yeah,
Super.
they'll be like, oh, somebody just came by last week or 2 days ago. I'm like, oh yeah, what was their name? This actually happened to me Friday, and the guy was super happy because he told the guy his name was Randy, different company. I'm like, who came by to talk to you? He's like, oh, his name was Randy. I'm like, Randy? Oh, I know Randy. Yeah, I'm one of the field managers. What happened? What did he say? And he was like, yeah, I told him I didn't close him because he wasn't the
Decision maker.
yeah, decision maker. But he told Randy to come back at 7. He's like, yeah, Randy never came back. He never came back. I told him to come back at 7 or 8. He never came back. I'm like, oh, I'll talk to him. Yeah, talk to him. I'm like, but yeah, I'm the field manager.
Yes. I love when people don't go back to their appointments. Not you guys, but like other
Yes,
companies.
I had to close because of that.
Yes.
Like, somebody didn't go back.
Yeah.
And I literally went back. They were like, oh yeah, the young man, he came and talked to me. I have the bill right here on the fridge or whatever he said. And then he went, but it was only the first page, so I had to end up calling him anyway, help him set up with it. But he was ready for me because somebody else didn't come back.
Yeah. And most people don't. Most people don't go back. So if you guys understand that and actually go back to your comebacks, that's gonna get you a win.
And if you guys don't come back to your comeback, somebody will.
I will.
I'm gonna tell you like this, look, if no one tells me who it is, I'm respectful of it. If they tell me anybody in this office, they give me a description, I'm not gonna do it. But if they say the person never came back and it was the day prior, I'm gonna lose them all. Respectfully. But no, of course, we gotta look out for each other. Just do yourself a good service and work your territory correctly.
What about this? So what's this for again? Willie, Nate, I mean, Willie, Wallace, and TT. What's this for again?
Yeah, so basically, PG&E by law has to allow you guys to get your gas at a lower rate, and they've been mandated by the California Public Utilities Commission to put it on the back of the bill. It just doesn't happen automatically. That's basically why we're here.
Positive.
Wait a second.
So I say,
So what is this for? Yeah. So this is it's just it's price protection. It's so your bill does not go up soon. Everyone's bills, they go up at a certain point. This is just so you have the steady rate and your bill's not gonna spike up on you guys, okay? Get back into it.
Go right back into it.
so I'll say, wait, what's the question?
What's this for again?
Oh, so yeah, basically there was a law change, just putting things in place, making sure that you guys are not getting overcharged in the winter time.
Perfect, simplistic. Yeah, it gets the job done.
Let's see, but-
My son works for PG&E, or if you see a PG&E truck in the driveway, I know a lot of people kind of feel intimidated. I'm not gonna knock on the door because it's a PG&E truck or anything. What are we gonna do when we see a PG&E truck or know somebody who works for PG&E? Willie Wallace.
Knees at the door.
I got no more Purell.
Hey, my name is Will. I'm here with Vista. I'm not changing up anything because I see a truck right there. Actually, those people that say they were PG&E don't give their people their lower rates. So I'm like, oh, okay. So they helped you out. Go ahead and grab that bill. What's happening is PG&E has been deregulated. I know your son's not gonna tell you this because he loves to do his job. And just go and grab that bill. I'll show you. So if which most likely he didn't do anything about it, just the company. PG&E can't do anything about this. CT are the ones responsible for submitting this. This is what I'm gonna do for you. PG&E can only go so far, so that's what I'm gonna do.
And when you have that confidence at the door, even though, because most people, I had this one lady, she had this body language like she thought I was gonna panic when she said that.
Yeah.
But when you have that confidence, like, oh yeah, that's great, so and keep pitching, that confidence helped close that deal as well. Tell them about the story where the son worked for PG&E. He was on the phone telling his mom not to do it, but you still sidestepped that ass and closed while he was on the
just
phone.
give it a
And he
professional.
works for
Because he
PG&E.
was saying, I remember him saying this, and I was acknowledging it. I wasn't lying. I wasn't saying, oh, steering away from the fact. I'm like, yeah, he's right. We are a third-party company. The only difference is there's about 12 of us, only 4 that service in Modesto. But we're just here to make sure that the rate's low. Well, we can't guarantee anything. As long as you don't have a past due bill too high, she's good, Mr. Customer. I'm just here to do my job. Now, I'm not here to sell her anything. Actually, on her bill, she has a third-party company. She had a third-party company, and they were charging her monthly service fee. So I broke it down to him. He's like, we have nothing to do. He's like, you know what? It's up to you. Once they say that, it's over. It's game. So I signed them up. That's like my second deal with someone that related to somebody that works for PG&E.
Yeah, don't be intimidated by trucks you see in the parking way that say PG&E. Don't be I had a guy who had a PG&E shirt on, and I still pitched them. They come to the door. They live in these houses too. Most of them have deals already where they're, they get pretty low rates and they're good. But there are still people who work for PG&E and know people in their family who work for PG&E who can still close.
Facts.
Wait. One thing, this is very important too, because this one's helping me out big time. And this is the reason why I'm able to close that deal. PG&E is only responsible for your pipes and meters. Like, what are we doing? Like, it don't matter if they say they work for PG&E. They don't do what we do. It don't even matter. Like,
Whole different sector.
I'm just kidding.
Whole different sector that they do.
They make the gas.
Similar, not really that similar, but if you see a truck in the driveway, it's a service truck. 9 times out of 10, they're not behind the desk seeing rates and shit. So they're probably just fixing the meters and changing out meters. They don't know what's going on. So yeah, they probably have family, but their main thing is when they have a family member that works for PG&E, they get a discount already just for being associated, whatever. But the whole truck in the driveway thing, like that doesn't even matter because that person probably doesn't even know what's going on. They probably just go fix pipes and stuff, right? So still not,
Yeah. Don't skip any doors, guys. Don't skip any doors. Nate Wallace.
One thing I say when I'm also when they're like my son works for PG&E, like I say also he should know about what's going on, right? And should I go what's going on? And sometimes I'll even have the son right there that works and he'll be like, I'm unaware, I have to look into it. But yeah, just go on your phone, or if you have a bill on the mail, just go grab that real quick. I can show you what I'm talking about. Sometimes people that even work for PG&E don't even know what we're talking about, or don't even realize what when they're working the job they're doing, they don't even know what they're actually doing. So I'm bringing it down to them. I'll show you. He was I remember I had this one customer that worked for PG&E. He's like, that's gotta be a fake bill because I've never seen that on my bill. I was like, literally go grab your bill and I'll show you what I'm talking about. He grabbed his bill, I showed him, I was like, so that little memo right there you have is gonna give you a lower rate on your bills as long as you're eligible. You don't owe PG&E a crazy balance. He was like, I work for them. I was like, okay, then you should be good. This guy had a $200 current balance.
Okay. Alright, really quick, guys.
Hey, I was second.
Well,
Hold on, really quick. Let me just get through this last one, and we'll have a couple minutes for questions and comments and other rebuttals. We don't want to switch. Nate and Wallace.
No, one thing I say is, like if they say, I want to switch, I'm like, yeah, I completely understand. All I'm doing is giving you the lower rate to make sure you're still gonna have PG&E as your delivery fee. You're still gonna have that delivery charge from PG&E. I'll leave that one from Wallace.
That was fast. When they say I don't want to switch, I'll say, well, it's not. We're not changing anything right now. You're still gonna be with PG&E. PG&E is always gonna be in charge. You're gonna get that same PG&E bill that you always get. The reason we came by is because that PG&E bill was going up soon. We want to stabilize that, so we're just stabilizing your PG&E bill. When I say that, like, it takes that fear out of people's mind, because they think I'm gonna like give them a Vista bill or something. They think it's gonna like you're no longer with PG&E. Now you're just Vista E&E or whatever.
Yeah.
But when you let them know, all we're doing, we're just stabilizing the bill that you're already paying. So you're still gonna pay your PG&E bill. It's just not gonna go up. It's not gonna go up in the wintertime like that. I just say it just like that. It's not gonna go up in the wintertime. We're just gonna stabilize that and keep it at that low rate. Keep it at that. Yeah, they like that.
Okay. So that's again documentation over conversation. One thing I do is show them the Vista letter, which shows them, hey, PG&E will still be in charge of this, and this, and then showing them those documents that are straight from these websites are very beneficial. Positive?
Positive.
Any other questions, comments, concerns before we get into blank check Mondays?
Well, when they say like my son works for PG&E, I'll just say, well, I work for PG&E too. No, I don't say that.
I'll say no.
I'm just kidding. I don't say it enough. So I'll kind of do what Nate does, right? I'll say.
My heart drops.
I'm just kidding. Do not say that. I don't say that at all. This is what I say. When they say, "Oh, my son works for PG&E," I kind of do what Nate does. I'll say, "Okay, so you guys know how they keep raising the rates. They raise the rates every single year. The reason we come by, we're the core transport agents. We just stabilize that bill for you." I go back into my pitch. The same thing I always say. We just stabilize that bill for you guys so it's not going to spike up during the wintertime. Everyone's bill, and I always say this, everyone's bill goes up at a certain point. Starts off nice, then it starts to go up a bit. Everyone's bill, you're not the only one. We just come by to stabilize that for you guys so you're not receiving that spike up. And I'll just do it just like that.
And those people that saying they work for PG&E, they're simply saying it because they just want to say it. Have you ever heard them say what they can do for you? Have you ever heard them say, oh, by me being with PG&E, what they can actually do for the person that's living there? No, it's just a power trip, man.
Fact.
Respectfully, it is. And I don't blame them, but they use a typical name answer. That's easy.
Yeah.
That's all that their rebuttal is that's easy for
You
us.
go to atmosphere. It's just a smoke screen. That's all it is.
That's
Smoke
all
screen.
it literally is, bro.
Alright, well, it's today's blank check Monday. Mind you, this is the same week that we're gonna have the new year. So we all gotta think in our heads, how is my 2026 gonna go? We're gonna have ups, we're gonna have downs, we're gonna have divorces, we're gonna have deaths, we're gonna have sickness. It's gonna be a lot of things that happen in the year 2026. But it's up to us to say, you know, what am I gonna do to continue to